And welcome back to another episode of All of Fabric 6, where I'm trying to scrape together enough Nikolite, nice, to get ourselves, that's the wrong one, that's why I had enough for that. I want the Mark IV, oh no, might have been the wrong one, Mark IV Lazuli flux container by, using this to do a little bit of mining. So yeah, last episode we built this thing. We have this ore data card that gets us lapis, diamonds, and Nikolite stuff. Haven't quite entirely figured out what this means. Like, I don't know what happens once we get down to 177 cycles. And yet it's not a great idea to use this when you don't have great power production. Which we don't. I keep thinking it's the sleeping bag, and it is not. It's also not nighttime. So today we are going to improve our power situation. For a start, just with this flux container. We are really struggling for power. But we're also going to get into some other bits and pieces and maybe start moving things over to an area where we can start to set up a better, a more permanent Industrial Revolution factory, because this is supposed to be just my applied energistic stuff, and we're getting pretty close to needing a second one of these, and I might want to make like a good design pattern provider molecular assembler thing, maybe the big chandelier thing. I think could be kind of cool. So yeah, we'll let this all finish, and I think what we want to do is, aside from making this here and maybe upgrading some power cables, we need to generate some more power. We could use power to generate power, but we're going to stick with Industrial Revolution for now. Probably get into ore multiplication. That could be kind of cool. Definitely get into the factories, but we definitely don't have the power for any of that. So in terms of power generation, it kind of looks like this is the way to go. And then a recycler to turn organic stuff into biomass. So I think we want one of these. And then you put that into a biomass generator, which generates between 64 and 96 LF a tick. That doesn't seem like a lot if we're using 200. I guess we can make a bunch of them. Not sure how we're going to be growing all this stuff to put in it since we don't have botany pots. We've got a heat generator that does consume lava. That generates a lot more. Maybe we'll do some like dripstone cauldron lava stuff. Or we can pump fluid from the nether. Maybe, yeah, let's try that. That'll probably be pretty good, I imagine. A coal generator, I mean, it generates 24. We do have a bit of coal, but nah. Nah, not at the moment. So this is all still crafting. We're going to have to wait for these to finish. Yeah, once we get more power, things will, like, I imagine this could go slightly faster. Although he is building up now, so it's kind of as fast as he's going to go. And a bit of waiting, mostly for a Tech Reborn machine later. We have the Mark IV Lazuli flux container. So I'm going to chuck this here. So this holds 1 million. This is going to hold 10 million once we set. So input, you input from the back as well, and then output everywhere else. I think we'll be fine. You don't appear to be inputting from the top. Is it nighttime? It's not nighttime. Why are you not gaining? This doesn't appear to be working. Okay, so I think it might be some sort of pipe connection issue. if you break and replace it while like shift right clicking while pointing down at it, it starts to take power, which is cool. That's kind of what we want. Yeah, that was very confusing. So if we chuck the Mark IV up here, he's just going to be draining. So the outputs work, but it's like it doesn't. Well, I mean, this is actually set up wrong because the top should be a input. And now you are draining. But if we were to do that, now you get energy. So yeah, I think it might be almost like it's not connected by default, even though it looks like it, and you have to connect it yourself. But yeah, okay, now I'll replace all of these with Mark IV cables, which we can probably get another, at least another stack of. Although none of these machines are going to work because I just broke all the cables. Bottom output. All right, there we go. So we got a little bit of storage going, and then we can just leave this thing running for a bit. And it's going to use up these cycles. I don't think we've got enough power for this. I suspect we're probably chewing through some stuff. I still need to tidy this up. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem eventually. I mean, you look like you're fine. I don't know what's happening. Are we making like exactly enough power? How's this holding up? Now we are slowly draining power from our AE system because we can't like prioritize. So we're not quite making enough, which is, yeah, not ideal, but we're getting there. We are getting there. Perfect, perfect. All right, well, we slowly drain the power out of this. Wait, which is now going up. I am so confused about how the power generation is working. It might have been our solar panels heating up, because I think they get more efficient as they heat up. Do they get like less efficient if they get too hot? I really don't know how this works. Like, do we want coolant? Because we can make these coolant things. Eventually. And we could put that in there. But I think these generate more. These have durability. Okay. Well, you would assume that, because these are all 12. I think these get too hot and then they produce less. And maybe that makes them produce their full amount. I have no idea how this is working. I think that's what's happening. We need to get some better power gen. That much is clear. So let's try the pump. We should be able to craft all of that stuff. That'll be pretty sweet. And then we're going to want a drain. And that should be pretty sweet as well. And then we can just go pump lava from the nether. And then we're going to want a bunch of lava generators. A bunch. Maybe a bunch might be a little bit excessive. We're going to want some lava generators. Or heat generators. And I think the only thing I won't know is those heat coil things. So converts Lazuli flux into heat. What would you... Lazuli flux into heat. So we could power... I'm not sure what you do with that. I'm trying to figure out, like, do you use that heat for something? I can use it in a furnace. Not sure. But this should get us the stuff for making this. Crafting CPUs. Let's craft up. Oh, we've just used all that power. I guess we're now doing auto crafting as well, so that's probably why that happened. Mate, you look fine. I don't know why that just cut out for a second. Okay. But I kind of just need the pump. I think I'm doing slightly too many things at once. We're getting a really good amount of this stuff though, which is good because I'm wondering if when these cycles run out, it might be the end of the ore data card. And then we might need another stack to get a new one. So I want to at least build up a stack of each of these things in case that's how that works. I mean, you look fine. You look fine. So we'll get ourselves a pump. We will get ourselves a drain. And we will get ourselves the stuff for a heat generator. We don't have enough nickelite dust. And that's why I started getting this stuff. Because how annoying would it have been if I had to go and mine some more of that? There we go. Heat generator. Out of power. Okay, but you're going to stop doing what you're doing. So I'm just assuming that you're using all of our power. You seem like the likely candidate for what's doing that. Oh. Yeah. Can we just do that to bypass the battery sometimes? It's not going to be ideal, but I really want my wireless to work. So heat generator. We need more crafting CPUs. And a heat generator. Nice. So that's gotten us that. That tells you about the stored energy in machines, energy consumption protect. That would actually be kind of handy. I think I do want one of those. And then we'll just save the recipe because I'm going to forget it. And we've got ourselves the heat generator. Okay. Okay. So this is using 320 a tick. Wait, even when it's doing nothing? No, surely not. Must just be how much it uses. Well, I actually don't know how useful that is. That's a thing. That's a thing. And then we want to head to the nether and see if we can pump up a bit of lava. And for that, we're going to want like the tanks that are ender tanks, but they're called something else. Entangled tanks. Yeah. We want a couple of these. It should be pretty straightforward. We're going to want 2 of those. Nice. And yeah, you've seen ender tanks. You've seen these. I feel like that would have been a quest. And I just haven't ticked the thing. Yeah. Useful things that we probably should have been using for a long time. Used to change the entangled code. Oh, is that like non... No, they get used up. Right. So you don't just use dyes? That's okay. I guess one little orange thing will be fine. That's cool. We might also want a coal generator so we can power the thing once we're over there. And then some coal. Let's get a stack. That should be enough. So I've already come through, found some lava, realized I probably need to power the pump. And if I don't want to use a heat generator, which I probably do so that we have like maintenance free power as long as the lava lasts. I don't know how long the lava lasts. Yeah, I think we're going to need power down here. So tinkle tank, a pump, 1 bucket every 50 ticks, and we can put speed upgrades. Okay, if we plonked a coal generator there. You don't put power in, but you do put power in. Oh yes, it worked. Now, I wonder how big of a radius it pumps lava from. We'll put that in there for now. I think we're going to want more than that though. We'll probably want another heat generator, and of course I did not put it in the middle of a chunk. We'll claim all of this lava. I just don't know the radius. I don't know the radius. That's cool. Let's pop back. And now we have a full tank of lava here, which is neat. Get rid of that because I really want to use the battery, and that seems to be doing something weird with the power potentially because it shut up quite a bit. Yeah, I think having that loop there probably wasn't great. We can check this for now temporarily. We want... Now, why did I make the drain? I feel like it told me to make the drain. I don't remember why we made the drain. Input capacity. Wait, what was this for? I don't know. We'll look that up in a minute. Maybe we need it for the heat generator. So if the heat generator was here, and then we would take the power out of you, and then we would set this to input on the back. And then if this was here, generating 1 LF. And is that because you're slowly heating up? Okay, okay. And then if we use the screwdriver on this, we can say fluids, input. And I think that'll be good. And I'm assuming I'm assuming this is how this works. Yeah, now you... See, he wasn't connected automatically until I broke and replaced that. That's kind of dumb. So you're slowly generating more and more power. You look like you want either a fan or a coolant cell, perhaps. And then we could turn this back on just so we're using a decent amount of power. 144 uses, and we don't have much Nicolite stuff. It could be a problem. Could be a problem. And if we had this coolant cell, does this help this heat up faster? Generating 21. Assuming 16 millibuckets per tick. I think it goes up faster with the cooler cell. I really don't know. And then our power is sitting at 5.9. I can't tell if it's going up or down. All of these are sitting full. I mean, I think we're pretty much breaking even, or about to hit nighttime. Actually, that's going to be a good test. Oh, so much lapis. Okay, so we got one heat generator up to maximum. The heat kind of seems to fluctuate. It is using durability of the cooler cell, so I'm assuming that the cooler cell is doing something. Presumably something good. I don't know. And I just quickly checked together this other one, who's now also generating maximum because I accelerated him a little bit. And now our power is looking a bit better. It is starting to look a bit better. We're still not like producing a lot more than we need. And as soon as it's nighttime, I get the feeling that we're going to lose it all. Because we've got those, so these transfer 16,000. We're producing like 128. I think I might even want a third heat generator. I was going to chuck one down in the nether. I guess we'll make another one. I think that'll be good. I think 3 is going to be a nice number for here. And raining. In the game and in real life. So apologies if there's a little bit of noise. I normally try and edit it out, but yeah, sometimes the rain comes through. So we'll speed you up to get you to generate a decent amount of power. Now there we go. Now we're cooking. Admittedly, this thing's tick accelerated, so that's not an accurate representation, but he's going to get to the maximum speed, maximum output. He's getting hot, and then he cools down. I don't know why. Like, is it bad if he gets really hot? I don't quite know. Yeah, I don't really know how the temperature thing is working, and we seem to be... We're doing okay on fluid. We can see it's starting to drop a little bit now, so we're waiting on the pump to fill stuff up, but he's still ticking away. So that's pretty cool. And we're slowly getting some power. I wouldn't mind let's just get that nice and backstuffed. And just swap the pump over to use a heat generator as well, so that should keep him running nicely. Yeah, and this thing might want speed up, but we can chuck some speed upgrades in there. I just don't have any on me, and we don't have wireless, or infinite dimension wireless stuff, so nice. And because I'm impatient, I want to see what happens when this gets to the end. I think it does use up the card. You see we've got that 3% stuff there. So if we put this here, this will go twice as fast. Still kind of slow. Can we, I guess we could probably accelerate that. Yeah, we can. Now we could have modified this by like putting stone or enriched nickelite. I'm assuming in the data card encoder. So you put the data, and then these must be modifier slots. Oh, this needs energy. The data card thing doesn't drop itself. That's not the first data card encoder I have created. Oh, we're out of diamonds. Well, I think we're okay on diamonds. Right. So he's almost finished. The last couple of things, and then it's empty. So how do we fill this? So that's the types. Do we just have to plonk more in? So if we put like 3 lots of nickelite ore, 3 lots of lapis, 3 lots of diamond, I guess. And do we have any other ores we might want? I guess gold would be nice. And it has to be a full stack. And none of that is full stack. Yeah, I guess we'll get some gold. And then these are like modifier slots. So apparently we can put stone in there, which increases the size. Okay. And then enriched Nicolite, maybe dust. Let's get a stack of that and see what that does. Now, this might be like way too much, but I feel like it's pretty easy for us to make more of that. And if we put that there, not enough resources. So you do need the whole stack, right? And that increases the richness and that increases the size. I guess we'll do size again. I kind of want to just, what do we want more of? Like diamonds and Nicolite, I guess, overlap us and other stuff. Let's do a full, this is going to be a full ore data card. And we should get a whole bunch more stuff from this one. And boom, 50%. Richness has gone down to 44%. Maybe because we put the stone in. And then this has 1,000 cycles remaining, which is way more than last time. And yeah, that's getting some stuff. I want to see. I mean, it looks about the same. I didn't really keep track of what we were getting before, to be honest. Neat. Cool. And now we never have to worry about that again. So yeah, it does kind of seem like you kind of have to do a little bit of manual maintenance with this thing. I don't know if you'd, like, I'm sure you could automate like the data encoder, maybe. I feel like you'd have to do some weird stuff. Maybe with like computer craft or something to know when the data card itself had the stuff in it. I don't even know if you can extract the data card from this. That could be a thing. But definitely worth the hassle. Like putting some resources into here and pushing right and waiting 20 seconds every once in a while. And just making sure you don't process all of the ores. I think that's a small price to pay for this thing. And then if we want more ores, I guess we add more types. And then we'll get less of each thing. But we could add like multiple drills, which I guess would chew through the cycles faster. So that would be something you'd have to worry about. Neat. Right. Well, I keep saying we're going to be expanding into a factory, and I still don't think today's the day. Just looking at areas for doing stuff. It's going to be a bit of a mission because we've got quite a bit of infrastructure set up here. I think all of this area is going to become farms because we've got some pretty intense food quests coming up, which I would like to knock out. Which means we're going to have to cure ourselves of vampirism because we can't eat food since we've got the curse of vampirism. And yes, this hurts. So I was thinking about chucking the factory over here somewhere. Looks like we're definitely going to need a mob torch. The terrain is not ideal right here, but there is a lot of room, and we haven't done anything here for a while. Actually, this is a nice sweet spot here. Oh yeah, this is a forest biome and has obnoxiously loud environment compared to other places. So yeah, I think that would be kind of neat. Might maybe want to get into P2P networks with applied logistics, although maybe 32 channels will be enough. I mean, surely running 2 dense cables over there would be fine. Does mean we'll have to start worrying about chunk loading, and we've only got 5 chunks left. I might just bump that up because since it's just me on the server, it doesn't matter too much if I'm loading all those chunks. But if you're playing on a server, don't load lots of chunks. It'll make it laggy. Well, I guess it depends on what's happening in the chunks, but I guess in general, more chunks loaded equals more lag. Oh, you're going down in power. Why? Did changing this increase the power? This is now draining 1,000 LF a tick. Right, I didn't realize that was the case. Okay, that's a consideration. I didn't even realize. Yeah, so we're not generating enough power anymore. We could do some more heat generators. It's going to be annoying when we do run out of lava and we have to like head back down there and move stuff around, which will be okay. But okay, lava power generation, which is hopefully going to last a while before it runs out. I'm definitely going to find out. And better ore drilling, which is really cool. Neat. So we'll come back next time, and next time we're going to at least make a start on the factory. I don't know if I'll commit to completely finishing it. I kind of want to build all the machines we want and see how much space we need. So we might just have like a flat lawn base type deal for a little bit. Just a little bit. And then we'll build something proper. But anyway, it's been Classic Duff. Thanks for watching. We'll come back next time for some really cool Industrial Revolution stuff. See ya.